Hi, dear children. Welcome to the next session on the chapter Human Reproduction. In this module, we are going to learn about the process called as parturition followed by lactation. We learned about how the embryo develops into a fetus, the different stages of the development of fetus during a duration of about 9 months. And after that, the fetus becomes completely developed. After 9 months, it becomes completely developed, and the fetus has to be given birth so that it comes outside the female reproductive tract. And this process of giving birth to the young one is called as parturition. So, the process of giving birth to the young one is called as parturition, and it is induced. The induction of parturition is a neuroendocrine mechanism. That means there are two systems involved. There is the neural system and the endocrine system. In order for the parturition to begin, the first signal is given by the fully developed fetus within the womb or the uterus. The signal from the uterus and the placenta induces mild uterine contraction. So first signal is given by the fully developed fetus and the placenta, which gives us mild uterine contraction. And this first signal is called as the fetal ejection reflex. And this fetal ejection reflex causes the release of the oxytocin from the pituitary gland of the mother. So the first signal is given by a mild, is exhibited or it is expressed in the form of a mild uterine contraction, and this is called as the fetal ejection reflex. And this fetal ejection reflex is sensed by the pituitary gland of the mother, and immediately the pituitary gland releases the hormone called as oxytocin. The oxytocin diffuses through the blood and it causes stronger uterine muscular contraction. We know the middle layer, the myometrium, is made up of smooth muscles and it is involved in contraction and relaxation. So the oxytocin induces uterine muscle contraction, which in turn releases more and more oxytocin from the pituitary gland. And this process continues. So more contractions, more oxytocin is released from the pituitary gland. More the release of oxytocin from the pituitary gland, more will be the process of contraction by the uterine wall, the middle layer of the uterine wall. And this process is continued, leading to the expulsion of the baby out of the uterus through the birth canal, that is the vagina plus the cervix. And this process of expulsion of the baby induced by the neuroendocrine tissue is called as parturition. So after parturition, we know umbilical cord is the connection through which the placenta is connected to the fetus. So immediately after parturition, the umbilical cord is cut off, and the placenta and remnants of the umbilical cord are expelled from the maternal body after parturition, and this is called as after birth. So placenta, the umbilical cord, all these is removed from the umbilical cord is first cut off, and then the placenta and the remnants of the umbilical cord from the maternal body is removed, and this is called as after birth. And after parturition, the baby has to be fed, and this is done with the help of milk, which is secreted by the pair of mammary gland. So mammary glands produces milk towards the end of pregnancy, and this production of milk by the mammary gland is called as lactation. Initially, the yellowish milk is produced in the first few days of lactation, and this is called as colostrum. This colostrum is very important for the development of the baby because it contains several antibodies, which is essential to develop resistance for the newborn baby. So a newborn baby should be given with the colostrum, which is the yellowish colored fluid, which is released from the mammary glands in the initial days of lactation. So dear children, in this module, we learned about the process of parturition and the importance of lactation. Thank you.